Walk-in Wednesdays are so ridiculous. Honestly, I'd rather walk into Cumberland Hall on any other day besides Wednesday.
Let's talk about walk-in Wednesdays. You got your schedule that day. You're thinking, hey, common hour, I'm going to roll into Cumble. I'm going to fix this class, get rid of this one, and add this one. It's walk-in Wednesdays. You walk in there, you got to go through the Ellis Island checklist, 58,000 names, right? You write your name down, and then you sit down and you look for the attractive individual sitting down. Hopefully there's a seat open next to them. You sit next to them. You think you're going to have a conversation. No conversation, just awkward silence. And then someone gets on the phone with their mom and says, well, I'm sitting here. I've been here for 2 hours, and they haven't even seen me yet. Then you finally get in to see your advisor 2 hours later, and she asks you if you have, oh, do you have this document signed? Do you have this document signed? Oh, first you have to go down to registrar. Oh, no, you have to go to Bursar. Oh, you have to have a receipt from Bursar to go to registrar to come up here to put your name on the list to walk in the office 2 hours later.
I'd make an appointment a month ahead just so I don't have to go on a walk-in Wednesday and deal with that crap. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be convenient because, you know, you can just walk in without an appointment, but the whole damn campus is walking on Wednesdays. Why don't we have, like, split it up into 2 days so we can, like, lose the crowd a little bit? You know what I mean? Like.
Have you ever been to Winnick Express in the Hillwood Commons? Not a lot of people know about it, but if you get the salad, sometimes all you're getting is a batch of frozen lettuce.
Winnick's secret menu. I don't know, I don't know if you guys, well, clearly if you're watching the show, you dorm on campus, but like, Winnick has a secret menu, and I might get in trouble for broadcasting this and letting the world know, but there's secret stuff. You can't, like, you can go to the grill and just not get a cheeseburger. Like, you can get a patty melt. That's high quality food right there. Or you can go get a tortilla from the sandwich station, go get chicken from the kitchen, bring it back to the grill, and then try to get a quesadilla, if they like you.
The fishbowl in Hillwood is always packed. That's why I never go there. It's filled with sororities and fraternities. You can't sit with us.
Hillwood Commons. This is my first semester walking into Hillwood Commons, and I already have the gist of things. Walk into Hillwood Commons. First thing you walk by is the fishbowl. I didn't know the fishbowl from the regular cafeteria when I first walked in here, but I walked past. I saw a lot of yoga pants and a lot of blondes. I was pumped. So the next time I walked into Hillwood, I did what I see every single guy do that doesn't have a girlfriend, or at least a girlfriend that can see him. He walks by, he looks through the fishbowl, right? Everybody looks, they give that look, they do the scan. Right? They ignore the guys with their blowouts and their muscles. They ignore that. They look at the girls. They pick out who they think is good looking or hot, right? Then they say, let me get my food. I'll take a walk back through there, see who I want to sit with. They walk back through, but they don't just walk up because nobody has the balls to do so. They look around like they're looking for someone, right? Every guy does this. Look around like they're looking for someone, make some eye contact, see if any girls are checking them out. Nope, they didn't find who they were looking for, so they go to the general population and eat their food. If you're not in a frat or a sorority, you don't fit in. Don't sit at the fishbowl.
The pizza is always oily and the chicken is always dry.
You can only get something off the secret menu if they like you. Don't think if you're some newbie rolling up in there and you just come with your tortilla and your chicken and you're like, yo, quesadilla. Abdel is gonna look at you like you crazy. He's gonna be like, wait, you didn't even say hi to me, baby. You didn't even say hi. So see, you gotta get in good with them first. Get in good with them.
Don't go to Winnick last minute and expect to get a patty melt. You'll be lucky if you get the cheeseburger.
Let me get my story straight. I'm good. You walk in Hillwood Commons every day, there's 4 lines. Man in the business suit standing there directing you where to go. This is what you gotta do. Try to get on the same line every day. When you get on that line, you have the same lady. One of 2 ladies that are gonna ring you up. When you get there, you gotta be nice, you gotta flirt. Don't be one of these immature douchebags that's walking through and doesn't give a crap with that register. She's gotta sit there all day and look at you. Walk up there, tell her she looks nice today. You know, ask her if she ate lunch yet. Ask her a question about your card. She's gonna be nice to you, they're sweet. They say hello, they say, oh, thank you, they smile. If you say thank you and walk out, the end of that month when you're broke and have no money on your card, you walk up there and she's like, honey, you're $2.50 short. You say, oh, I thought I had enough. And she says, you know what? Don't worry about it today. And that's how you get by on being broke and eating lunch.
And after that, you know, just like when you're in Hillwood, you know, like just be nice to the people and they'll be nice to you back. That's all it is, just like common courtesy. You know what I mean? Be nice to the girl guys. And be nice to the guy making pizza over there, my man Vinny. You know what I mean? And they'll hook you up. He might give you a whole pie one day. Mess around, it's Thursday, you about to go get some drinks and bring all your friends to your room, blah, blah. You know, Vinny might hook you up with a pie if you're nice to him and if he likes you.
I go to the bathroom because I have to urinate. I get to the urinal and I look over and there's two guys at the sink doing their hair. Guys, nobody cares what you look like. You don't have to go at lunch. You're not a female. Look in the mirror and do your hair to sit down and eat your crispy chicken sandwich. Just go sit down and eat your sandwich. If you're good looking enough, a girl will come sit by you. You don't need to check your hair in the mirror. But if I walk in there when you are, I like to make awkward situations. So I might, as I'm, finishing up with my urination process, I might say something like, "You look good." That's awkward.
Being on time for class isn't always easy. It's always a struggle when you're trying to get around people just so you can get to class on time. Why can't people just take Ludacris's advice and be like, "Move, bitch, get out the way"?
So attendance is always fun when you have someone in your class who you not only share a first name with, but you share the first initial of their last name with, like me and this douchebag over here.
Oh.
First and foremost, let's talk about some classroom awkwardness that goes on, especially that first week of school. You roll in and every professor wants classroom introductions. Then you got the girls who come in and they're strutting their shit and they're looking hot with their best outfit. They sit in the back of the class or the front if they're goody goods, and they're quiet, they have their phone out. Then he says introduction and everyone's face drops. You don't know what to say. Then we have two types of people in here, and I'm gonna tell you the best way to get around these. Keep it short and sweet. You got 4 main points: your name, your origin, which is where you came from, what your major is, and how long you've been going to school here. Nobody needs to know your social security number, your date of birth, what your mom did for a living, your dad's a doctor, you drive a Benz. Nobody cares. Short and sweet. Don't be that guy, or girl for that matter.
Anyway, the teacher will say Tom, we both raise our hands. We'll say which one, they say Tom F. We ask which one, and at this point they're either just laughing or frustrated, and
it's like every time they do attendance, they relearn, like, is Tom here? Which one? Tom F? Come on, we've been in class for 3 months now. You have to know there's 2 Tom Fs.
And we can't be, I've never gone by Tommy, and Thomas is just too formal, but
Especially they try to give us nicknames, like the Finster. Come on, man, the Finster. Gosh, are you trying to kill my? I didn't know what I'm talking about anymore.
I think it's a solid nickname.
I hate it. Pick up a chick with the name Finster.
The Finster.
Finster. Hi, I'm the Finster, and you aren't interested anymore.
I had this couple in one of my classes, and they would always sit next to each other all flirty and lovey-dovey, but then mid-semester there started to be relationship issues, and eventually they ended up separating and the guy moved to the other side of the classroom. And when the teacher would take attendance, he would look all over the room and be like, "Hey, what happened to you guys?" And it was just really awkward.
I don't know what it is about like CW post classrooms or LIU post classrooms, but like it's just so awkward sometimes. Like damn. Like, you'll be sitting in the classroom. The teacher asks a question. Everyone knows the answer because the teacher just said the answer, and then the teacher's looking around. Say you're that one kid and you know the answer, but you just answered the last 2 questions, so you don't want to raise your hand. So you're just like, all right, I'm just keep quiet and give like Shanae a chance, right? So you want to give Shanae a chance to get some class participation in, but Shanae's just looking around, looking at you like, aren't you gonna answer the question? You just answered the last 2, and then you're like, nah, and then the teacher's just like, whatever, and then they just answer the question. Weird shit, man. Weird shit.
One thing that's just really frustrating is like when the professor keeps asking questions and you keep answering them because I'm so smart, and then after a while you don't want to seem like the know-it-all, even though you might as well, you know it all, and you just wish that the other stupid people in the classroom would just raise your hand, at least give it a try, just give it just give it a try, man. I'm not gonna name any names, but it's just weird, just awkward.
I mean, you know, you'd probably see me raise my hand and hear me answer more questions if you weren't so busy, you know, brown-nosing the whole damn time.
What? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Brown on my nose.
Because of an ass kisser.
Post-COVID.
Classroom awkwardness. Oh, you know there's always that one adult. There's always that one adult in every single class, I swear. I've been going to school for 4 years and I always get one adult in every single class. And it confuses the crap out of me because it's like, why'd you come back to school if you think you know everything anyway? Like, shouldn't you be teaching us right now? Why are you sitting down next to me? Why we got the same classroom assignments? Why we both doing homework on Blackboard? Come on, man. You should be giving me the assignments if you know everything.
There's always that adult in class that thinks that they know everything. Then why'd you come back to school?
Then you also have like that same one adult student. They always telling stories about their kids, and then the teacher's like, oh yeah, Johnny got a boo-boo, and then the adult student is like, oh yeah, Jane fell last night and she scraped her knee, oh. But it's like, wait, we're still in geometry class. How do we get to Johnny and Jane? You know what I mean? Leave the kids at home.
So she would come in wearing pigtails and a little JanSport backpack with keychains attached to it. And she would come in late, explaining that her kid was late to the bus and missed the bus.
Like, I hate it because like they'll really try to like finish the sentence so the teacher him and the teacher will be like on like one accord, like completely. Like they have like some bromance going on or something. Like it's so ridiculous. Like.
So, there are a mixture of good and bad professors, but there are always quirks about each of them.
It's like hit or miss with these teachers at the school, I feel like it. You can get that really awesome teacher one semester who just like knows exactly what they're doing, has a solid like syllabus and solid plan, and you love the class, the topics and everything. Very engaging, you know, and funny jokes, all that. Even if they're corny sometimes, you're still gonna laugh just because you love the teacher so much, right? But then you got that other teacher. This is the miss part. And you got that one teacher that doesn't know what they're talking about half the class. They ramble about their life most of the class. And this is not a lifestyle class, mind you. This is not a class where it's not a psychology class or anything like that where you talk about your life or anything like that. But they can't stop talking about their kids. Johnny, they're always picking him up from school. You know, Johnny got a boo-boo yesterday, you know, like, aren't you supposed to be like teaching me math and geometry or some shit? Why are we talking about Johnny?
There are the spitters. It's that 9:30 a.m. class and you have an urgent question, but you don't want to go over to the professor because he's a spitter and he gets that little spit bubble on his lip and his breath just smells like stale coffee and it's disgusting. So you're like, should I go up to him or not? And you're like, I'll just email him later.
Professor introductions. Professors, we don't care how many PhDs you have, where you went to school. We don't care you went to Harvard Law. Just tell us what you teach, your name, and how to get an A.
The professors who are way too excited to teach.
It's weird when like you get that overly excited teacher. Like when they're just so excited to be teaching about this boring ass topic. Like super boring. Like you got kids sleeping in class, people are just knocked out. And this teacher's just like, yeah, and the rocks and the sentiments, they fell from the sky today and the temperature outside is like 78 degrees. It's fucking awesome. And the kid's just like,
ones who repeat stories, the ones who let you out early, which are the cool ones.
I don't know. I feel like there has to be some kind of balance in the classroom. I don't know.
Monotone professors, the apathetic professors, the ones who let you out way too late, which are the awful ones.
I hate that one teacher that like always starts a new topic 5 minutes before class ends. Like, we're ready to walk out the door. Like, you know, like it gets really quiet towards the end of class. Like no one even wants to answer questions anymore. That's how quiet it gets. And the teacher's just going, miles per minute, like just going.
End of class rolls around. Everybody's checking their phones for the time. You don't want the teacher to, you don't want the professor to think you're texting, so you do the pocket glance. You know, you just let it out a little bit, you tuck your chin, you check the time, but then there's a text message there, so you gotta see it, so you swipe. And then you think he's looking, so you just put it back, but now you can't stop thinking about that text message. Now you don't care what's going on in the class. You just want to know what your girl from last night said if you hit it right. So you sit there waiting for that time to tick down, right? And then the professor says something. And he says, are there any questions? And everybody looks around. Don't be that guy. Do not raise your hand and ask that question with 30 seconds to go. Because then that professor is over anxious, overexcited, and sits there for another 5 minutes answering your damn question when I want to know what my girl from last night had to say.
So, you know, it's like that you're just waiting for that one kid to zip up their book bag. And once you hear that one book bag zip up, it's like a domino effect. You hear textbooks close. You hear cell phones turn on. Like, you hear them vibrating, all that. Like, you even get that one kid that just, like, sneaks out the door slowly. Like, he's like, oh, no, I'm not playing. I got practice. Yeah.
That moment when the professor holds you after class and you've been holding in your pee for the entire time. That was the best piss of my life.